Get set, podcast listener, and be ready to win with your mentor, motivator, and marketer, Cam Roberts. Grow your business and achieve your goals quickly with the latest tips, tools, and tactics on business success and marketing. Subscribe now and download your free resources at cameronroberts.com.au.
Hey folks, thank you very much for joining us on the webinar tonight. It's going to be a fantastic web class. We're going to be doing a very practical side of training all around website sales, funnels, and mini sites. So just starting a little bit early, but for those that are in the room and almost ready to go, just give me a yes if you can hear me. For those that don't know me, my name is Cam Roberts, and I'm a leading marketing consultant based on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. Thanks very much, Mark, Bruce, a few others there as well. Thanks, guys, for letting me know the sound's okay. And look, tonight what we're going to do is, or 7:30 p.m. at time of recording. So what we're going to do is a very practical webinar, if you like. There's no slideshows, there's no fancy presentations. So if that's what you came for, you're going to be severely disappointed. I'm getting too old for canned presentations these days. So I actually work well when people put me on the spot. Believe it or not, there's not many marketing consultants out there that can think on their feet, but I actually am one of those people that think on my feet and very practical in the way I think, very logical, but yet creative as well. So I come with quite a unique skill set. So look, the intention of tonight's webinar or the webinar tonight is really to unpack the difference between websites, sales funnels, and mini sites. As I said, it won't be a presentation, it'll just be me talking. I do have a list of websites and sales funnels and mini sites to go over. So I want to make sure I do that, and I'm also respectful of everyone's time as well. So look, feel free to ask questions as we go along. The easiest way to ask a question is just to type it in the message box in this webinar platform, which is Demio, if you're wondering what the platform is that I'm using. So you can literally just type a message in there at any time. I'll see it pop up because I can see it in the little thing there that I'm looking at. And what will happen is I'll just answer it on the fly. So if we're looking at something, if we're going over something and you have a question about that particular thing, just let me know and I'll be happy to jump into it there and then. I actually prefer questions on the fly. As I said, I'm one of those people that prefers to be put on the spot. I think well on my feet. So rather than wait to the end and go, oh, that thing that you had up before, just ask me there and then. Okay. Look, I've just got a few websites here that I want to go over. These top ones here are of law firms that I pulled up as part of the research that I did before the webinar kicked off tonight. And so this one here, these are all Google ads, by the way. So I've gone to Google, searched for Sydney law firm, and different law firms have popped up. So this particular one here, look, I'm okay with this. I do like the look of it. What I like about it is they've got their free initial discussion over here on the right. So when you're looking at the way websites should be designed, like we all read left to right, well, the English language anyway, left to right. So, you always want to put the form on the right-hand side of the screen. So as people look to the left, they're going to see this heart, puzzle, right? And then they kind of look to the right and then go over there. So, that's a kind of a good way to do it. What I don't like about this particular law firm's design, though, it's actually just part of their page. So it's not good or bad or indifferent. It just means that it is what it is. And what they are doing is they are finding one of their, family law pages that's in their top menu anyway. And what they are doing is steering their Google ads. So their Google ads went to this particular page. And look, I'm not a fan of doing this because in the world of direct response marketing and the world of internet marketing for that matter, you have less than something like 3 seconds, or I think it's 3 to 8 seconds, whatever it is. It's like not much time at all before someone will click away from your page. And the more pages you give for people to kind of look through and check load and download and read and blog, like the more they'll be distracted. And the longer you distract them before you get the details, the less likely you are to get their conversions, right? So, I think the best practice here would be, these folks should be building a dedicated landing page. They can have the same copy, just get rid of this top menu up there, right? That should be how the page should look. And if they want to, a couple of menus up here, they could have about, contact us, a book now, and all of those pages would just go to the same form, right? But the rest of the page could be the same. So it's not a bad design page. It's not the design's not any good or anything like that. They've got all the right elements, some questions, book now. We're proud members of, social proof, so that's good. They've got the form a couple of times on the page, which is great. You can see it's up the top. The button should anchor to the form, which it does. Okay, so that's great. So they're doing all the right things. They've just put it on on their website page, so to speak. So if we just move along now, here's another one that again, all of these are Google Ads. So here's another one that I Googled. Now this one here, again, not a fan, although I'm sure they're a great law firm. They've won lots of awards here, which is fantastic. However, they're steering the Google Ads that I've seen straight to a page with all of these, different things. Now, obviously, it's all about family law, so that's a good thing because I did search for family law Google, right? In Google, I was searching for family law. And so, they come up. There's not anything else there. It's all about family law, which is great. But again, lots of pages to go to. So there's 2, 4, 6 pages there, 2, 4, 6 there. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's another 8 there, 28. There's another 6 there. That's 34, right? Another, 5 there. There's 39. So there's 40, right? So straight away, I'm on a site from clicking a Google ad, and there's 40 pages for me to click through. Now, I'm not going to look at all those pages, right? So if I'm not going to look at them, and it's not just me, like anyone, right? So if someone's interested in family law and, they've got disputes and they need to get a divorce, they're not going to look through 40 pages. They're stressed enough. There's no way those people in their state of mind are going to sift through 40 pages or anywhere near 40 pages. They're not even going to sift through half of those, right? Let's be honest. So the strategy here is, this company probably ranks well for SEO as well. They should be making sure these 40 pages and pages within their website rank well for SEO. So, when you look at, what do I use? The reason I wanted to show you a couple of demonstrations because it's in the demonstration that the best case scenario comes out. So in the first couple I showed you, Google Ads to a dedicated landing page. This one would be website for SEO, right? So for content marketing, inbound marketing, organic marketing. So people go to Google, look for them. People go to Google Maps and look for them, right? There must be different types of, business listing sites or law firm listing sites that people can get on if you're a law firm. And this, you'll put their whole website on so people can kind of consume it if they want to kind of, find out more information and study it at their own pace. But for someone that's particularly searching on Google Ads, they're in the buying cycle right now. They're not in the research stage. If someone goes to Google and types in family law, Brisbane, they're looking for a family law firm in Brisbane. They're further along in the buying cycle than someone that's just mildly interested. Okay. So look, in my opinion, and my experience for doing this over 30 years and, building 400 odd different funnels with over $450 million in sales for my clients, I personally wouldn't take this client on if they wanted to send their Google Ads traffic and or social media traffic to this main homepage, because again, there's just too many things going on. And another thing on this one, you can see a couple of things. And again, I'm not picking these guys. I'm sure they're a great law firm. It's just my experience in digital marketing. The numbers on 2 lines, you should be able to get a button there where it's just on 1 line. I'd take the payments away. I'd put that on another page somewhere completely and stretch that button out. That's really important. Little things like that, add trust and credibility. And the other thing down here, when you scroll down, there's some sort of trust index. Obviously, they haven't, renewed their plan. So that's kind of expired. And this is a big no-no. So again, this particular firm, they're sending Google Ads, right? Paid advertising to their homepage. But watch what happens. I can watch a really cool video. But what if I don't want to watch it on their page? Look what happens now as I stop the video. I see all of these other videos online that I can go and watch, right? There's one about the gym because I've been watching stuff about fitness. There's one about chatbot. There's one about, investing, There's one about marketing. So some of the other videos that I've watched and YouTube thinks I've got a preference for shows me. So now I can, guess what, go and watch them with a click of a button. So it's so hard to get someone to come to your site, and yet it's so easy to get them to leave your site, right? So it's really important that you don't have YouTube videos on your webpage if you're running Google ads to them or any sort of ads to them. And again, you don't want to kind of, if I just shut that down, when you go more videos, that's one way to click off, but you can actually go watch on YouTube and bang, there's a second way. So I'm watching the video, right? So I'm still watching their video, but now I'm on YouTube watching their video, and look at all the other things that come to distract me, right, while I'm watching on YouTube. So, it's not a great idea to make, put your videos on your page for that reason. Great little sideways sales form here. Look, not a fan of them. I know why people do them, to kind of, only give people one thing at a time. I personally don't find them easy to use because they take time to kind of go through. So we've used these in the past for different clients that have insisted. And what we've found is that the drop-off rate is quite dramatic because there's a lot of information to fill out going sideways. You've got to wait for the thing to load, right? So look, that's just some feedback on that one. Let me just go over, make sure we don't have any questions. All right, yep, I'll keep going. So while I'm looking at this page, I obviously can't see the other page with the little chat thing. So I'll just keep going, and I'll just go back and check the other page from time to time. Just going to shut the pages down as I go. This one here's a good example of what I thought, not what I thought, but in my experience, what does make a great funnel page from a Google ad. Specifically, I was looking at Google ads for law firms, to be quite honest. I didn't look at social media. And that's the other thing, and I'm jumping around a little bit tonight. As I said at the start of the webinar, this is by no means a canned presentation. So if I jump around a little bit, my apologies on that. You just have to kind of keep up. But it's just the way that, I prefer to do it. Look, so, when we talk about websites, that's where you want to be doing your SEO, your search engine marketing. When you do your paid advertising on social media, generally you're doing that to build up a list of people. So if you've got like a free ebook, a webinar, some sort of training, where leads, people who are maybe just looking, they're not in the buying cycle yet, that's where social media is great. You can do that. If you have a content marketing strategy, you can use social media paid advertising to get your content up in front of people. So, you can use podcasts and videos and webinars and stuff like that on social to get people on your list. But, when you do paid advertising for direct prospects, then you want to be on Google. So big difference there. So the ones I've looked at tonight, primarily I was on Google doing Google searches, and, I've picked up a few law firms just as examples. Now, these guys, they had a Google ad, which I was quite impressed with, that went to this page. So good. It was a good Google ad, and it went to a landing page like this. Look, no top menu, so best practice. Really like this one. I thought they could have done a better job to build it out and make it closer to the brand. You can see they've gone just a little bit off brand like this. This here, that would have been great to build in to the landing page over here. Again, just my personal preference. But everything else looks great, nice there, nice kind of landing page, all the right elements. And look, I like this compared to that other form that I showed you, where it kind of goes sideways. You fill one bit out, then it loads, fill another bit out, then it loads. Like, look how easy it is to fill this form out. Put your name, put your email address, phone, and put a message, right? I would certainly add to this a little bit more. So in my experience, what you do is you add, another question or two on the first form, and then you take them to a second form after that. And I've got one of those to show you very shortly. But in this case, it's a good one. You can see here the button should hyperlink down to the form. In this case, it doesn't. This one just goes back up to that one did. But just want to make sure all of your buttons, there you go, hyperlinks down to the landing page. So look, good, really great example, this one, of what is a great landing page. Really, the headline needs working. It says your family lawyers in Sydney. It really needs to be based on the problem of the prospect, not on who this person is and what they do, right? So bring their problem up front. That's what I would say in the headline. But nonetheless, great example of a landing page because there's nowhere else to click, you see. I can't go anywhere else. I can't click and watch a YouTube video. So these guys, they've got their game on. They're running Google Ads and to this page, but this is their normal website, which they probably do a heap of SEO on. And they've got all of their different law firm and services here. But, for the Google Ads on law firm, family lawyers, bang, goes to this page, and I like it. So these guys get top marks from me for having a landing page on Google for this particular one. Now, the next one I want to go down to is ones that we've built. So we're just moving away from law firms now and looking at funnel pages. So this is a particular client that came to us about 6 months ago, and they, again, have a beautiful website. They're actually in the marketing game, so they do marketing and branding for real estate agents. Great company to work with, a great platform. It's a tech platform, so they kind of got like this tech that does the marketing for real estate agents in the background, but they weren't getting the leads from their own website. Beautiful. It's that kind of brandy style type, agency. So, but they weren't getting people fill out the forms. Okay. So what we did was, again, we come along, we advised them and consulted with them and said, look, the challenge is that there's, too many things for people to think about and read. You're not educating people enough. There's not a lot of copy on this page. And they wanted to keep it clean, like a branded website, because, that's who they are. But at the end of the day, if you want to get someone to spend some money with you, you're going to have to put more than, 3, 6, 9, another 10 there, like 20 bullets on a page with a couple of drop-down menus, you see. Now, I know they've got our About Us and the features here, so they've got everything there that they kind of need. But again, real estate agents, busy people. They're not going to come through and wade through and try to find the right information for them and then find out if they need, if this is the right solution for them and all that sort of stuff. So what we did was we built an EOI funnel. We call it a video demo or EOI funnel. And this one really speaks to them. So if we just back up here and go back to the main page, like look at the heading there, empowering top agents, earn more, save time, get your freedom back. Doesn't really tell them what it is. Like it's a tech platform, I think. So if you're a real estate agent, you land on this for the first time, you're maybe not sure what it does, but bang, you can land on here. You go, hey, how savvy real estate agents are starting their own high-performing brand and banking more of their commissions. So we just pull it out, like what the tech does, right? So we just, like in plain English, like what is it that you do? And then obviously we introduce them. They're the #1 real estate branding marketing tech solution available to clients ready to launch their own highly profitable real estate agency. So where this one would be used both on social media and also Google Ads as well. So again, we've got a video, good example of a video, because you can't leave, you can't click and it doesn't go anywhere else. So really nice video that they've got there that we help them with on the scripting and so forth. And you can see just a nice page. And yes, it has a lot more copy than the other page, but there's a reason for that. And that is we want to generate, highly qualified prospects. So, they can click and go through the page, read all the information, more social proof, how do I qualify, how do I get started, FAQs. So it's got all the right elements, and then watch a demo video. So they opt in to watch the demo video, then they get to schedule a call with someone. And so it walks them through that whole process. So there's a whole funnel behind this particular strategy. But you can see here the difference between, this home page here and the call to action over in this one is dramatic. And again, there's no real call to action over here other than, want to learn more. Whereas over here, what we're saying is, hey, look, if you're interested, download the demo video. So it's kind of a no obligation, no commitment. Hey, look, just watch this demo video, access the demo video. So it's a really good way to get people in if that works for your business. And to be honest, doesn't work for every business. Not every business suits a demo video, but in this case, it does. Look, here's another one about a demo video, and I'll just check for the questions again. So, okay, look, guys, if you've got any questions as I'm going along, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll keep running through. I'll keep coming back to that page to check every now and then. So this one here, it's a client's site, so it's loading a bit slow. It's not one that we built for them. Let me see if I can pull it up because I really want to show you the before and after on this one. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So it's just a little bit slow loading. They didn't go with the hosting that we recommended. You can see here it's probably taken 10 seconds to load. So look, they wanted to stick with their current platform. They're using Kajabi. this website's hosted on Kajabi, which is one of those website builders, funnel builders, CRM kind of all rolled into one. Not our preferred option, by the way. We never recommend, doing those done for you end-to-end solutions, because it's like that saying, you can be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So when we use particular tools and strategies, what we're looking for is we're looking for the best in class from each, right? So when we build a page for the internet for paid ads, we're looking for, we just want to answer the question, how can we build the fastest loading page that we can for the client, right? And then it's like, okay, we need a back-end automation system. What's the best back-end automation system we can use to make sure that, we capture the leads and they get nurtured and converted the right way? Okay, and what's the best way to take money if the client needs to charge their clients for money or customers for money, right? So, we just look for the best in class. We don't try and roll everything into one. If the client needs a membership site, to host their content or their membership, what's the best in the class for that? So they've got 3 or 4 pieces of tech stack. They work seamlessly together, but they got the best in the class rather than a jack of all trades. Because as you just seen in this live demo, this particular page, which is a website, this particular website, which is built in Kajabi, was taking a while to load up, 10 seconds to load up. And, I think the stat on Google, and I don't have them in front of me, the stat's something like 2 to 3 seconds loading speed on Google. Otherwise, the Google ads will be more expensive. So Google will penalize you. And look, the prospect's not going to wait around. They're not going to wait for 10 seconds. They're just going to close the thing like I did to see if it's working and go and find another ad to click on, right? So look, in any case, great business. Simon is his name, and he's a very successful salon owner, now coaches other people. This is his website. We didn't build the website. Again, this happens often to us. People have websites and they usually say the same thing. And it's something like, I've got this website and the part after and is, I've got this website and no one's filling out my forms. That's usually what they say. At that point, we say to them, look, you've got 2 options. You can build a whole new website and spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a whole new website, or we can build you a cost-effective funnel with a few different landing pages, and you steer all your traffic just to the landing pages and the funnel pages. And it's a very cost-effective way to channel your traffic into one area and not run the risk of having people go to a website and view 20 different pages, so to speak. So same sort of scenario with Switch. This particular client came to us and said, look, I need another way for people to book in and talk to me. They're just not doing it. So what we did was we came along and built a 4-step funnel. So we'll just open those funnel pages now, and you can see those pages pop up fairly quickly. And there's 4 there. So I'll just open all 4 and just show you really quickly and start from this one. So this is his home page, right? So look, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Okay. And so this is the transformation. This is the after me and my team have done our magic to it. So again, bringing up the big thing. So, we help salon grow their business, discover how to turn your salon into a money-making machine and increase profits in 90 days. So a lot stronger with the call to action without feeling burnout, busted, tired, little to no profit or wage, right? So, we're calling out all of that sort of stuff. And then you can see here, we've got a nice video. Again, it's not a YouTube video. It doesn't click anywhere else. So it's Simon talking about the next step. And he's talking about, in this video, he's talking about opting in for the free demo video. So again, we're using that demo video as a kind of a lead gen. Works really well because people think they don't have to talk to someone, right? They just think they're watching a demonstration video, and they are watching a demo video. But on the demo video page, then we give them the opportunity to schedule an appointment. So it's kind of one step away from the appointment. And you can see here, we actually unpack the course options. So we actually unpack, the 3 different options that Simon sells people. So we're not trying to hide behind the programs or anything like that. And we just talk about, what it is, who he is, a little bit about Simon, so we unpack testimonies. Why can't you just talk to me now? So we kind of say, well, if you want results like this, you've got to start off by making sure it's right for you and watch the demo video, and then away they go, watch the demo video. After they get to the demo video, then there's usually it's around a 10 or 20 minute video. In this case, it's a 23-minute video. And what it is really is just Simon unpacking his programs. right? So he's really just unpacking what was on the homepage here, these 3 things. So he talks about himself a little bit. Obviously, there's a bit of an intro. He talks about himself, who he helps, and social proof and things like that. But really, this is just a demo video about the programs, right? And how we can help people through one of these different options. And then after that, after they watch that, they can click that button and schedule a call, right? So they schedule a call. There's a pop-up. In this particular case, we decided for the client to do a pop-up calendar. Same sort of process, though. You can see you can book it really fast, right? Book a time and away they go. Book now, and very easy to do, okay? So once they do that, they're confirmed. And in this case, the client didn't want to do it via Zoom. They're going to have a phone call, right, with the person. So that's the 4 steps for that particular client. And you can see that that works really well. And, big difference on the design between the homepage or the normal website over here and the homepage over here. All right, so that's another good case study there. Really happy with that win. And that client was very happy with the process that we built them as well. Now, this particular funnel, it's got some, as all our funnels, have back-end automation. I'm just going to check for any questions. Oh, nice copy, mate. Great work. Hey, I appreciate that from someone called Australia's #1 copywriter. Thanks very much, Steve. So we have Steve Plummer on the call tonight. So one of Australia's leading copywriters on the call. So appreciate the copywriting critiquing on the fly, Steve. So look, in relation to our funnels, every funnel that we build, I always say there's a front end and a back end to a funnel. So the front end is what you see, right? The back end is what you don't see. The front end is what the prospects see. The back end is what the prospects don't see. So let me unpack what the back end looks like. Like I've just showed you a few different front end funnels, right? You can see people kind of walking through and going through. So this is what kind of they see. But, there's a thing behind this, because when someone fills out this here, then where do they go? What happens then, right? And so it's not just 4 pages built and then we go, okay, well, good luck. Let's hope people convert. What we actually do is we build a back-end funnel. Now, we use Keep to do this. You can, use anything you like. But again, we use, as I said at the start of the session, we use best in class or partway through the session. We like to use best in class. So we use Keep because it's one of the best, fastest automated campaign builders. A lot of these campaign builders these days and automated workflow things, they always go down a page and they're limited. But the great thing about Keep and their campaign builder, you can just build it any way you like. And they have a very integrated sales pipeline, which I'll show you shortly. Even there's apps like Zoho, for instance. I had a Zoho client about 4 months ago, and they wanted to build some marketing automation and make it talk to their sales pipeline. And it just couldn't work. Zoho doesn't have that capability. And who would think that an app like Zoho, with its millions of users and expensive costs to use, doesn't have a way for the sales pipeline to talk integrated way to the marketing automation? It was just crazy. So anyway, it was a big headache, that one, for us and the client. But again, I advised the client on using Keep, but didn't want to use it, want to stick with Zoho. So look, we can't make tools do things that they can't do. That's why we always recommend the best in class to our clients. But look, I'm getting off track, so I'll get back on track. What you're looking at here is the back end automation. So when someone watches the demo, they go to the demo opt-in here, and then we create a deal, right? In this one here, a deal. I'll show you what the deals are in a minute. The deals are just a way for the client to manage their lead flow, right? So we create a deal. They go into the opt-in stage. They get a couple of emails, right? So the first email they get here is, hey, you've opted in, let's do it, right? Now let's watch the video. So what we're assuming here is if someone opted in for this first one, right, but maybe didn't take the next step to book a scheduled call, right? So they watch this or they got distracted. What we have is we have a couple of little back-end emails going out and also SMSs going out that kind of steer people back towards, hey, here's what you need to do. You need to go and watch the video. So we just kind of go, hey, look, if you've not done so already or you got distracted, we understand, but watch the video now. And Keep's just going to do an update for me. So there you go. So let me just go into that again. Just bear with me. I've had it open for a while, so that kind of happens from time to time. It's an auto-save feature. So what happens there is just an email telling them to, hey, watch the video, wait 1 day, watch the video again, right? So a couple of emails there. hey, is this for you? Did you get it right? Quick question, watch it now, right? So it steers them back to the page that, they're already opted into. But the important thing to note is that if they schedule the call, so on this one here, they've watched the video, wait 1 day. If they schedule the call, they don't get the second video, right? They don't get the second email, right? Then they book the call. There's another little couple of emails in there, and then they go through the call with Simon. And then at that point, Simon's got his order forms built inside Keep here. So if we go under, let's see where they are, checkout forms. So he's got all his different checkout forms here that we've built for him. So when you go and look at one of these here, right? So he's doing a manual close. So he's going to close offline. So he's going to be talking to people, and he can actually fill these out on a phone call with someone, right? So what's going to happen is he's going to fill these out on a call with someone, or do it in person. And at that point, the automation will still keep driving, right? Because what will happen is they'll go through back into the automation back over here, and I'll just open this up. And the automation does the heavy lifting. So based on what they pick on the call with Simon, is what they get next as part of that sales pipeline. So this is all the magic that you don't see at the back end. And I'm not trying to confuse you or complicate things any further, but I just want you to understand there's a front end to all of this, what you see at the front end, and there's a back end to all of this as well. So if they're interested in Profit Booster, and we talked about Simon's programs over here, right? So there's his Profit Booster, there's his Next Level Elite, and there's Elite Plus. So if we talk about his different order forms that he's got and checkout forms, so if they order this one, right, Profit Booster, they go into this one, we tag them and away they go. If they're interested in this one, Next Level Elite, or if they're not interested. So let's say Simon gets them on the call, and they say, yeah, look, I'm interested in Profit Booster, whatever, but they don't want to pay on the call, right? So what happens is Simon goes to his sales pipeline. If I just shut this one down. So Simon then goes to his sales pipeline. Not that one, that's another client. Just bear with me. So up here, pipeline. And what he does is he gets this person over here, right? And they're just trial ones. So he goes, this person here, right? Put them in interested in Profit Booster. And what's going to happen is that person is going to get that sequence automatically because Simon just jumped off the call with them and go, all right, move that person into Profit Booster. So again, what happens is this person gets a couple of little emails over the period of 5 days, just to follow up, says, hey, thanks for the call. You're interested in Profit Booster, like let's boost profits, based on what we discussed, he's the best option for you, right? And then he's got 2 payment options. So we just put them in email copy, right? We put them in buttons. And so again, we're giving people the option. So if they kind of don't buy with Simon on the call, bang, they've got the right product there, right? And same with the other ones, and there's a few different variations of the same sort of email. But again, any time that they don't buy those, so even though that runs over 5 days, anytime the client signs up as part of this funnel, right, it will stop. So they don't get all the emails. So if they got a purchase tag here, so if any time after that initial movement, right, so if that person gets moved into interested in Profit Booster, anytime they buy, like after the first minute or two, the other emails aren't going to fire off. They're not going to get those reminders. So it's not like they're going to go into here and then get the other 3 emails even when they've bought. So as soon as they buy, the automation does all the hard work, stops them and goes, hey, they've purchased Profit Booster. And we leave this one blank because it's a staging one. We just want to see from a reporting point of view how many sales we made. That's why that one's empty. You see that? So look, that's that one. I'm just going to check, see if there's any questions. That's good. So I'll keep going. So look, so that's Simon. So there's two sides to this. So what happens over here, as I said, this is a sales pipeline. The sales pipeline is designed to be driven by salespeople, administration people, and people in the business. So a lot of people make the mistake with sales pipelines, and they think that the pipeline has got to automate everything. That's not how it works. What you do is you use marketing automation to support the pipeline. But the pipeline in any business, in the hundreds or 200 different pipelines that we've built over the last 5 years alone, I always recommend to the clients and consult the clients on don't automate your pipeline, right? Don't make the decision of, moving someone interested in Profit Booster, and they go into this big sort of 3 months automated sequence, and they click that link and go over there, and click that link and they go over there. Because what happens is you don't know where people are, right? There's too many links and too many options. So with the sales pipeline, you want to keep it super simple, but what drives the pipeline is a manual move. So someone takes the call and go, okay, yes, they're interested in next level, or okay, yeah, they're interested in next level plus, or you know what, they're just not interested at all. Okay, so by basing your move on the pipeline, then the back end automation kicks in and supports the sales pipeline, supports what's going on at the back end. So they work hand in hand. So let's move right along. A couple of funnel examples. So this is a before and after funnel. So we just shut a few of those tabs down. So this is the before and after funnel. So in this particular one, this was a client, same sort of thing. They said, hey, I've got a funnel. I'm a Forex trader. They asked us to do some funnel work on this one. This particular funnel page looks like it was straight out of the 80s, with the red writing on the blue banner and yellow writing and white writing and green writing. And it's like a collage, of Technicolor. But anyway, so look, a great client, and he runs a great product, and he helps a lot of people make money out of Forex trading. But, someone charged him a mozza to build this landing page and just wasn't converting for him. Look, another rookie mistake, YouTube videos on the page. So again, you don't want to kind of have YouTube videos on the page. You don't want people to be able to click and watch, somewhere else on YouTube just like that. It's too hard to get people to a page to start with, to let alone let them click away and go somewhere else. So you never kind of want to make that mistake. And so, look, this was the before, lots of great copy there, by the way, that someone worked on the copy for him, done a lot of the great copy. We came along and we, done our magic and done what we do best, and improved the branding exponentially. So, this was the before. Again, nothing with the client there. It was all some sort of canned type video that someone done for him. We got Will in front of the video, done a nice little video, introduces himself, talks about, who he is, what he does, and calls out what he does up here. We have to be very careful with the copy for something like Forex trading. We can't say, hey, make millions of dollars with Forex trading. It's just not going to fly in the ads. So in this case, we just flip it a little bit and make the person the feature. Hey, I'm Will Simpson, and I'm one of the most traded Forex traders on the internet, trusted Forex traders, right? Because he's got like all these Trustpilot ratings. So anyway, so we just got a nice branded funnel page here, and same sort of thing as what I showed you before with the back end. There is a back end to this as well. Everything we do has got a front end and a back end, but I'm just showing you the front end designs. So that's it. So what I really like about this one, got good social proof, got the profits. So we kind of didn't, we got around not putting them in copywriting or text, because we've got images of the same thing. So we kind of got around that a little bit. And look, apply now. So same sort of process as the demo now button, but this is an apply now button. And they fill out this application, then they go to his calendar and book a time with Will. All right, so that's kind of another process there. And then what we've got is just a couple more to get through, and then we're kind of wrapped up. So this one here is a custom home builder. I'm just going to check for any questions. You guys are killing it, mate. Great work again. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. And then this one over here, custom home builder. I'll keep going. I know that we've been going for about 40 minutes so far, and I did promise this would be 45 minutes. So I'm having a good workout trying to get this done and dusted for everyone. If you're watching the recording, thanks very much for watching the recording. But for those on the live, thank you very much as well. So this is a custom home builder we've done a job for recently. We actually finished this project about 2 weeks ago. So we're impressed with this one because the client is actually a builder, and they understand building projects. And so they were really, really good. One of our best clients we've ever had in building websites or building funnels, because they're in the building game. So even though they don't build websites, they build homes. Like, they understand it, right? So when we said to them, look, here's how we build websites, they are one of the few clients that we've had in 20 years that actually followed what we said. And look, we get it. Like, clients clients are clients. Like, we can't expect them to, keep up with us in digital marketing land and the way we do things all the time. So we set parameters for our clients. We say, look, here's how we're going to run things. Here's how the project's going to run. Here's the stages that we do it in. And then, if the client, follows those stages to 90%, like, we're pretty happy, right? We get a great result in the end. When the client doesn't follow our process, and goes off track by 60%, then no one has a good win at the end of the project. In this particular case, the client followed it to 100%. We said, like, here's A, here's B, here's C, here's stage one. Here's what we do for you in stage one. We do a framework. Here's what we do for you in stage two. We do copywriting. Here's what we do in stage three. We supply the graphic design and how it will look. Once you approve all of that, then we're live in 14 days. And that's what we do. We build websites in 14 days. So we say to the clients, as long as you've approved the copywriting and you've approved the graphic design work, which in those two cases can take a week or two. In this particular case, they had this website, both front end and back end, all done in 4 weeks. So we literally had this website up and running in a month because the client was right on top of us and working in conjunction with us really well. So, great. We were happy with this one. But what I want to show you about this one is that, when we talk about websites, mini sites, and sales funnels, we specifically built this website for Google Ads. So this particular website and many websites that we build for Google Ads, we call it the No Frills website. We intentionally don't have a lot of drop-down menus or no drop-down menus up the top. And what we want to do is it's almost like a sideways sales funnel. So we look at a Google Ads website like this, like a sideways sales funnel. So rather than kind of have one funnel page and you fill out an opt-in form and you go to another funnel page, then you fill out another form or another scheduled booking and go to a different page, right? Rather than do that, like with this sort of sideways sales website, it's like, they're on the top there, right? So if we have a look, nice design here, and they had a Wix site. If I can't show you their old site because it doesn't exist, but their old site was just a terrible Wix site. And, again, they come to us and, the common thing is, hey, we're not getting enough leads for our website, right? And they wanted us to run paid advertising first. And I just refused. I said, no, I'm not running paid ads to your Wix website. You can either find someone else to do your advertising, or we can build a new website for you. Which one would you want? And they said, hey, look, send us the details for a new website. So they did the right thing. Look, they're a builder in Illawarra. They build $1 million and multi-million-dollar homes, and yet they had a Wix website that looked like a $250,000 builder. You know what I mean? So we built them a really nice website that covers all the bases of what should be a good website, client reviews, nice project gallery. It was the massive difference. I wish I could show you the old site, right? In any case, they can bring your dreams to life, right? You've got a form there straight away. So wherever you are on the page, there's always a couple of ways to kind of get people involved. One is you can inquire, or two, that's a clickable phone number. So if someone's on their mobile, they click that, it's going to ring, right? It's going to ring the phone number. But in this case, it's step one, step two. So what I mean by step one, step two is on all of their pages, I'll just show you really quickly. On all of their pages, you can see we're using the same form. So this is a meet the team one, right? They wanted, there's the form again, right? So then we've got the portfolio of all the beautiful pictures, right? So again, nice pop-up here of the pictures. See that? Just beautiful imagery. And none of this was on their Wix site. You couldn't see it. Like it was kind of, load slow, whatever. And if I just refresh this page, loads in like 1.5 seconds. Like this whole website, like look at that. It was like under 2 seconds, right? Bang, there it is. So this is like super fast. We've optimized this for Google Ads as well. So yeah, look, beautiful imagery. You can see it all loads really quickly. No problems with pages and the way things move and open. So this has been optimized for Google and also speed. And again, same form there. So what we do is we use the same form on every single page. So again, as I said, this is a sideways sales letter. There it is again. The contact form. Guess what? It's the same form. We might have changed the copy here, but it's exactly the same form. Now watch this. So their old Wix website, they weren't getting leads because on the old form there was like 20 different fields to fill out. You had to fill out your name, your email, your phone number. You had to fill out where you wanted the house, how you heard about them, the budget, when do you want to start? Have you got your thing ready? What size homes do you want and your features that you want? Like, it was just this massive long form, and people aren't going to fill that out on the first step, right? So what we done with this particular one, the client wanted all that information because they need all of that information to have a proper call with the person that's about to buy about to start a multi-million-dollar, $1 million project, right? And so what we have is we have what we call a two-step form. So on this two-step form, we have the step one forms on all the home pages and the top menu pages, right? So again, all the forms have the same page, right? It's this form here, right? But then we have this step two form. So when someone fills this form out, they automatically go to this page, and it says, thank you for completing our initial inquiry form. Your final step is to tell us more about your project requirements by completing the form below. And this is where they then, how'd you hear about us? What type of work? What's your concept? So again, this is where you put all of the other information. And the reason we done drop-down menus was just to allow the person to fill it out really quickly, okay? Now, again, all of this information is tracked and tagged at the back end. So, we can see that when someone fills this form out, we can see what they've filled out. We track it, we tag it, and away they go. We put the project gallery in there as well, just to make it a nice looking page. And so in this particular client, that's the other one. Let me just shut that down. So wrong one again. So this one here is what you're looking at for Adlington Homes. So we can see over here, this is their sales pipeline. So I'll just show you this one sales pipeline because it's quite different. The Salon Booster one that I showed you was what I would call an internet marketing business. It was a coaching business, right? Whereas this is more a local business, right? They actually build things for the local community. But the philosophy and strategy doesn't change around building sales pipelines and doing sales pipeline automation. So if we have a look in this particular one, we've got same sort of process. We go into sales. We've built them a pipeline. Now, this pipeline represents, you can see here, this is a brand new site. As I said, we only finished it a couple of weeks ago. So we've finished the sales pipeline. It's all ready to go now for Google Ads. We can see here, these are all the stages that happen when someone makes an inquiry for building a custom home. So initial inquiry, qualified, unqualified, booked meeting, had the meeting, estimates, prelims, construction, meeting reconstruction, won, lost. So there's obviously different for every business. Every business has different stages, right? But what doesn't change is the automation behind it. So if I just open the automation over here, let me see if I can open a new tab. No, not going to let me. Nope. Okay, I'll just open it. So based on that sales pipeline that I just showed you, we've then got the automation that sits in behind the pipeline that shows you what's going on. So again, when someone moves into stage one, right, of that pipeline, and they come in through that stage one lead, they get that initial inquiry, right? So when someone fills out any of the forms on this page, right, they're going to get this one here, right? And it adds their details into Build a Trend, which is an app that they use, right? And then we've got some emails coming in that one that's hooked up to that form. And then they go into stage two, they're qualified, and again, away they go. So what we've done in this particular case is built the client's process out using their marketing automation. So you can see a couple of little emails. Not every pipeline stage needs emails or tasks. Sometimes you just do it for the management and reporting, so you can see where your leads are up to. But we can see in this case, they schedule a meeting, and you can see they click. Hang on, I'll pull that up. Oh, hang on, I put the wrong one in there. So I'll come back and fix that later. So just copy that and open that up. So the idea behind this one is click to schedule a meeting. And what happens is we go, hey, thank you for your request to schedule a meeting. So it's kind of a fake confirmation page. And then what we've got is we've got the calendar coming up. So you can see a common theme here in the way that we do things, but we just customize it to every single client, okay? So if I just back out of here, so this was the pipeline stages. And if I just back out to this one again and show you the website forms, you can see that there's a step one, step two under website automation. So based on this as being step 1 and step 2. So again, if someone fills out step 1, they get step 1 follow-up. They fill out step 2, they get step 2 follow-up. And so away they go. So step 1, right, we tag them, step 1 completed. So they go into this little sequence here of emails and SMSs, wait 3 minutes, send them SMS, wait 2 days, send them a reminder. And by the way, if they fill out step 1 before 3 minutes, obviously step 2, they're not going to get the rest of the reminders. You see that? So what we've got an initial inquiry over here. So someone fills out step 1. Hey, thank you for your inquiry. A little bit of copy about who they are, 50 years of experience, social proof, when you work with us, what we do. Hey, and by the way, fill out step 2 if you haven't done step 2. You see that? And then we've got an SMS that does the same thing. You always want to use SMS in your marketing as well. So we send them an SMS straight away that says, hey, look, if you haven't already, doesn't really say, hey. In my words, it does. Basically, in my words, it's, hey, if you haven't filled out step 2, go and fill out step 2. It's got more elegant copy than that in it, but that's just my language, right? And then step 2 reminder 2 days later. Now, they won't get this one if they fill out step 2 before 2 days, you see? So again, reminder. In our experience, you don't need any more than 3. If they haven't done it after 3 days of 2 emails and 1 SMS, they now go into long-term nurture, okay? But then same thing, step 2 completed. So again, they get a step 2 completed saying, hey, thanks very much. Here's what's going to happen next, right? View our website or wherever you want them to go next, and away they go. So again, just another demonstration of showing you that there's always a back end to everything we do. All right, last client project I want to show you in relation to sales funnels versus websites versus mini sites, and then I'll answer some questions. So this is an affiliate marketing company, and we're currently building this project. So it's kind of on the fly as we speak. So there's going to be little bits that kind of aren't finished. So this is the client's branded website, and they're just kicking off. They own another company, and they're building an affiliate marketing service. It's a done-for-you service. So this is their website, and they've engaged us to build out their sales funnels. And so we've started doing that, and we're building them out on WordPress. We build out a lot of sales funnels on WordPress these days. We used to use ClickFunnels and other lead page apps, but these days what we found is that we just use WordPress. We're WP Engine partners, and so by doing WP Engine, it allows us to create super fast loading sites like Adlington Homes. You can see that loaded in like less than 2 seconds, right? So that's the benefit of using WP Engine and WordPress. So this is the client's kind of homepage, with the blogs and the affiliate marketing tips. It's more of a content page, right, where they're going to produce all their content, and they're going to rank this for SEO. So obviously, it's not finished yet. They're still working on it, but this is going to be where they do all their SEO. But again, when we look at websites versus sales funnels versus mini sites, what one do you use? Obviously, they're going to use their websites for SEO and content marketing, which is what we recommend, but they're going to use their sales funnels for Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, and also Google ads, right? YouTube ads. So again, it's time to turn, we just take on the big headlines there, tell people what it is. It's time to turn so they do on-page affiliate marketing. That's what they do, into a predictable revenue generating machine in 30 days or less. So, for those that seen the copy on the other pages, some commonalities here. There is a video that the client's working on, but again, free demo. So it's that whole, hey, watch the free demo thing, right? So it's that whole, it's no obligation, watch the free demo. We're just kind of throwing it out there for the leads to kind of watch. There's a couple of little things here we need to fix up. Obviously, that needs to go up to the next line. But as I said, this one's in development. So not bad for one that's in development, but we just wanted to show you this one anyway. So click for free demo. Obviously, the button should go down to the page there. So you can see we're kind of, working on some things. But look, that's it. A good page. We're pretty happy with this, the way this is going. A few little things we've got to adjust, get some testimonies on there. But look, same sort of process as what I've showed you on many of the other funnel pages that we've built today. And that is, we just want to give people an option to kind of put their name and details in to capture them and then get them on to the next stage. So if we look at watch the video, so, they'll put their name, email, and phone number in there, and then bang, watch the video. So again, this will be a little presentation, 15, 30 minutes about affiliate marketing and how to use on-page affiliate marketing content, and then book your free Zoom call, right? So that'll be a form they fill out and they'll book the Zoom call. That'll go to the schedule page, which is over here. And again, schedule your free call. You notice how all of this loads really fast. And then thank you page. And again, all of this has got back-end automation, just like I showed you with the other one. But again, as I said, we're building this out. So some of the videos aren't finished. Some of the calendar systems aren't finished yet, but they'll all be finished before we wrap up this particular project. All right, so on the home run, look, a couple of things before I take some questions or we wrap up. Number one, here's our version of what I would consider another example of a mini page. So where I would use a mini page would be, for Google Ads specifically. So someone's looking for information. So we've got one here that we use to work with law firms. So turbocharge your law firm marketing. We don't want to make it kind of too gimmicky for law firms. So we just keep it really succinct. And then, it's got a bit of copy on there, some nice elements, nice automation, nice animation, a little bit about us, what we do, what we can help people with, 3 ways to work with us, certification, social proof, and then, fill out the form. FAQs, take the first step, inquire now, right? So again, anytime you build a mini site, you actually use the same form on the site. Like I showed you with Adlington Homes, like I showed you with a couple of others, we always use the same form. So whether it's the contact form, same form again, right? So when you do a mini site, opens up in a new page, guess what? Same form again. You see that? And so, there's many ways to skin this cat, but that's just another good example of how to do that. And then an appointment funnel looks like this. So, I've got my own appointment funnel, which I'll put in at the end of the training. If you're interested, you can book a complimentary 15-minute call with me. This one works really well. It's just tried and tested. I get on average 2, sometimes 3 appointments a day. Currently, we've got some really good ads running on TikTok. If you haven't looked at TikTok yet, consider it. There's all sorts of people on TikTok. I love it when people say, oh, yeah, my demographic's 50 and they're not on TikTok. I tell you now, I'm talking to people who own multi-million-dollar businesses, age 45 to 55, filling out forms on TikTok, right? I kid you not, the vast majority of people I'm talking to, and when I say the vast majority of people, let me give you some stats. And if you're a client, you've probably heard these stats. Since January, we've spent about $1,000 on TikTok ads. We've had over 100 leads come in and over 30 appointments in that period as well. And so what's been really cool is that the vast majority of those people that we're talking to are literally over 35 to 40, right? So some have been 45 to 50, some a little bit younger, not many. It's not like you think they're all 20-year-olds. I would say out of those 30 appointments, there was probably 2 that were unqualified, right? 2 people that were probably under 30 that didn't have a business. Everyone all qualified because they fill out a form on TikTok. We capture the lead on TikTok and then they land on this page. Now, not exactly this page. I've got another version of this page and it says something like, hey, congratulations. Thanks for filling out the form on TikTok. Your next step is to book a complimentary Zoom call with me. Other than that, it's the exact same page, right? We just swapped the heading up there. But this one, it's proven time and time again. Got my case studies on there, got some testimonies, and I don't even have to talk about myself, right? I just put my clients up there, put some case studies, a little bit about me and what you're going to get from the complimentary meeting. But again, remember, there's many ways to skin this cat, but this is one of the ways of which I do it. And then what happens is they fill out their questions on this form. That's just the way I do it on that particular one. Another one that we do is live 5-day challenge. So we're doing this with one of my business partners, Trent Gemelli, and I running a business together, and we're doing a 5-day challenge. So in the last 3 days, I think we've had 30-odd people register so far for the 5-day challenge, which is pretty cool. We've got 14 days to go. So we're looking to get over 100 people come to the 5-day challenge. It's all online, so it's going to run from 12:30 to 1:30, so like 1 hour web class each day, and and away you go. Same sort of process as what I've showed you many times tonight. Form down the bottom, fill out your name and details. This is what you see at the front end. Obviously, there's a back end automation that kind of makes all of this happen at the back end. But that's just another good example of a funnel page. And the last thing I want to, there's a couple more things I want to go through tonight that I'm going to leave you with. But another thing I want to talk to you about is when you're talking to your leads, don't send them back to your website, right? It's a big mistake people make. Like they say, oh, I'm just going to send you some more information. And they kind of send the info that's on their website. Like that's great if you've got a blog or something you want to send to them. But like in my situation, like I can easily have a case studies page. But what I do is I build my case studies as a presentation inside Canva. And the reason I do that is because there's nothing else that can distract people. So all they need to do is just go through this. They can click and see what's, all the people I've worked with, all the different types of people that I've done business with and helped with grow their business. Some case studies, right, of online ads. So this one's for a 30-day report for an online golf company. You can see the cost per click, 29 cents, over 1,000. Now, this is US. For those people watching in Australia, you're never going to get these prices on Google Ads. But in America, they get far cheaper prices than us because they've got more people to market to. It is what it is. So look, $1,000 and they get 124 conversions. Pretty good for them. The same company, by the way, on Facebook, same amount of leads. They're getting about 4,000 leads a month on Facebook as well. So luxury fishing charters. So again, that's US based. Right, see the cost per click, 29 cents. Watch this, cost per click, $2.75. This one's from the USA. This one is from Australia. Same people you're doing the ads, right? Me and my team are doing the ads. It's not like we don't know any less, right? But just different business model. This business model is all about the leads and giving people a free access to a membership site about golf coaching. This model here is booking people on a fishing charter that costs $5,000, right? So they're not going to have as many conversions, but nonetheless, if you're selling a $5,000 product and you get 27 conversions a month and spend $2,500, there's a fair chance you're going to make a lot of that money back, right? Luxury custom homes, 7 conversions, same thing, multi-million-dollar properties. Only got to close one of those a month. Bang, is that worth $2,000? Well, I'll let you figure that out. Different case studies over here, and we just go through different ones, And so this is the golf client that I spoke to. So we started off with them doing 414 leads per month on Facebook, and they're now up to 1,004 leads per month. So they started with us doing $6.42 per lead on Facebook, and now we do 73 cents per lead on Facebook as well. So big difference there. So yeah, look, that's Facebook. But yeah, look, the reason I wanted to show you this was it's just another example of a sales tool, but not letting people go somewhere to see a website, right? And that's what I really wanted to show you with my case studies doc, and what we do. And I'd highly recommend you do the same thing, with what you do, because it's just a very effective way to work your leads without having them go back to your website. A couple of other things. If your website loads slow, I'm going to share a couple of links in the chat before we wind up tonight, and I'll probably email them out to everyone as well. If you need help speeding up your website, we can do that. You're seeing how fast we load some of the websites tonight. They're like lightning, right? So if you're running Google Ads, you've got to have a fast loading website. So that's my agency, Bubblegum Marketing. We're WP Engine partners, so you can get a special plan. Look, we don't make hardly any money on these. I think we make a couple of dollars per plan. So we're not in the business of selling hosting, but we are in the business of getting fast websites. So the reason we partnered with WP Engine was for 2 reasons. One, they were the best in the class. So a couple of times tonight, you heard me talk about best in class. So for us, best in class, we build websites and sales funnels primarily on WordPress. That way we can use WP Engine to get fast loading, super secure WordPress sites and website funnels. And that's why we do it, right? So best in class. Couple of plugins, not plugins, couple of other options. This one here we use on all of our clients' pages as well. And what it does, it allows you to see where people are reading and what they're doing. So you can actually see their mouse moving on the page, and you get heat maps, and like it shows you where most people are spending their time. It's free. And so we just install a free version. We give our clients this page, they go and sign up. We don't get any affiliate fees or anything like that for this one. We're just happy to kind of get a free option for our clients, and we get 500 recordings a month. For most local-based businesses, this is great, right? You go and install it on your site. You can see what people are doing. You get 500 recordings. But, once you've got like an e-commerce store, you've got a big site, then it's worth $31, a month. But most people can get good data from around 500 recordings per month. And as I said, what's going to happen is you're going to have a recording. You'll see all these little heat maps and things like that. And the reason you want to do that is because That then helps optimize your conversions. So there's a couple of things going on in Google Ads or Facebook ads or whatever the ads are doing. One, the team that's managing the ads for you, consistently every week, they're optimizing the ads. They're looking at the data, they're looking at the conversion, they're looking at the metrics, the click-through rates, and they're consistently trying to massage the campaigns to improve conversions. But if you don't have mouse tracking installed on your website, or you have a slow website loading page, or a slow loading website page, or a slow loading funnel page, you're going to dampen and hinder your conversions, right? So you want to make sure that you understand what people are doing on the site. That's why you want to get mouse flow installed on any of the pages that you're running paid advertising to. And it's a given for us. We just say to the client, look, if you're going to get us to do paid advertising, you have to sign up for this. It's a no-brainer option, okay? So look, that's everything that I've got to share. A couple of things. We've got a couple of comments down here. So Steve's got, you guys are killing it, mate. Great work. Bruce has got, just checked Adlington. The site is real quick, but their website is not on page 1 of Google. And that's a good call, Bruce. That's because if you notice that I spoke about we built Adlington Homes for Google Ads, I did not say we built Adlington Homes for SEO, search engine optimization. There's been 0 search engine optimization go on Adlington Homes. Now, Adlington Homes may do SEO, but they came to us wanting leads. And like anyone that wants leads, I always say to them, look, there's only a couple of ways to get more leads to your website. Number one, you can send other people to your website. So for instance, you might have affiliate partners. You might have other people who already have your list that can do emails for you, right? They'll do some sort of affiliate promotion, partnership promotion, where they'll do email marketing to your pages, right? Or your website. That's one way. The second way is you do SEO. There's no argument whatsoever that SEO works, right? So someone's going to go to Google, they're going to put something in, and your page will come up. Now that's a long game though. So it can take like 4 to 6 months to kind of get that SEO up and get ranking for, a search term like Illawarra Home Builders, Illawarra Custom Home Builders, right? But I can get a client ranked and get them leads within a couple of days by running Google Ads to the same website, you see. So they don't have to pay kind of, thousands of dollars a month for SEO and wait 6 months. They can just work on paid advertising and get leads within a week. You see the difference? So now I'm not saying don't do SEO. I'm not saying that at all. It just depends on the strategy. So if you want to create a content marketing site, yes, exactly as Bruce pointed out, you need to make sure that you get, the website on SEO page 1. But if you're running Google Ads and you just finished the website like last week or 2 weeks ago, of course the website's not going to rank on page 1 of Google after 2 weeks. I don't care how good you are at SEO, that's not going to happen. So, and in that particular case, as I said, that particular client was the website was built specifically for Google Ads, and that's the strategy. So look, so number one way of getting traffic is other people send traffic to your website or sales funnels or mini sites. Number 2 is that you run paid advertising through Google or social media. So Google is primarily for people who are in the buying cycle. Social media can be for people in the buying cycle, but typically you've got to find them first through doing content and doing like video views and brand campaigns first before you do the direct response marketing approach. And then the other third way is obviously content marketing, like with Facebook, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and that's where the client or the company creates organic content that people consume by watching the TikToks, watching the Reels, watching the YouTube Shorts. And I've mentioned Reels, Shorts, and TikToks because they're things that are working right now, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon. But you know what? Like, even though like people think that they're free, and they are free, like it is free to create content. But I had this conversation with a client the other day. I said, look, sure, it's free to create TikToks and Reels, and yeah, sure, like you've got to create 5 a day to get found, and people will find you. Yeah, sure, that of course that will happen. I said, but how much time and effort do you think it's going to take you to create 5 Reels for TikTok a day, schedule them, publish them, edit them? And they said, oh, like a ton of time. I said, well, is that the time you have? And the answer is no, they didn't have that time. So I said, well, if you don't have that time, then don't do that strategy. Don't half-ass something, right? So you don't want to make sure, you don't want to kind of go to TikTok and be doing 1 TikTok this week and 2 next week. It's actually a waste of your time. Unless you're going to play hard on the content marketing side, don't do it. So, so look, as a wrap up, you've got other people driving traffic, Google paid ads, social media paid ads, or social media content. Really, they're the only 3 ways to get traffic to your site. And they all take time and money. Some of them take more money. Paid advertising will take more money, but it'll be fast. Content marketing won't cost you any money other than production money, but it will take a long time, right? So there's kind of a trade-off with all of that. All right, well, look, I'm just about done here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple of links here. Let me see if I can just pull them up again, and I'll share them in the chat. So the first one is the WP Engine thingy. So I'm going to pop that in the chat. And the WP Engine thingy is for the link, the thingy. That's the thing you want to get if your website's not loading fast. So make sure you grab that. Look, the second link there is the mouse flow one. So grab that. That's good for tracking what's going on your page. That's number 2. And look, the third and final link that I'm going to leave everyone with tonight is my book a chat link. And what I want you to do is, if you've watched this and or you're watching the recording, if you're watching the recording, at the end of the recording, you can see the link come up from a chat. If you've liked any of what you've seen tonight and you think, shit, I wouldn't mind Cameron and his team working on my things, my assets, my websites, funnels, whatever, and get him and his team onto my ads, Google, Facebook, whatever you need. By all means, just reach out. As you can see by the training that I've held tonight, I'm a pretty up and down, straightforward guy, right? I don't beat around the bush. There's no bullshit that comes with me. So what will happen on the call is we'll just have a call about your business. I'll talk to you about your goals, what you need help with the most. We'll find out what's working, what's not. And then I'll give you a couple of options to move forwards with, and give you a proposal based on my recommendations. So my recommendations will be based on, do you need a website? Do you need a sales funnel? Do you need a mini site? And those recommendations are really based on your goals, right? So what are your goals for your business? Do you want prospects? Do you want leads? Do you want people filling up a membership site? Like, it's different for everyone. So, it may be a combination of some of those things, but, that's why we need to have a conversation. So I've kind of gone over time on an hour 16 here by about 20 minutes. So I thank you very much for your time. What I'm going to do is just give you a minute to pop a question in there. If no one's got a question, we're going to wrap up because I know it's late, 8:43 my time here in Queensland. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Thanks, Bruce. Great to have you guys on as always. Have to maybe get a couple of guests on next time and we can do some hot seats. But look, folks, if you've got any questions, type it in the chat there. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up, and I will encourage you to book that time with me. So I'll just pop it in there again. So that's my chat. Go to cameronroberts.com.au/chat. Book a time with me. Let's talk about your business, and then we'll go from there.